Look at the camera now. Alright, good evening, welcome to my home. I thank you very much for your time. I want to present a song to you, very special song for me. It's very, very influential when I was a young guitar player. And I know it's one of your favorites. But I thought rather than presenting a song, I would say a few words before it. This is going to sound a bit more like a guitar lesson, but it's really not a lesson. You know, personally, I don't believe in guitar lessons anymore. You know, I think there are ample resources out there for any young, aspiring guitar player to learn from. You know, you got videos, you got tabs, you got books, you got everything. I mean, it's amazing. You know, when I was younger, I didn't have these ample resources. You know, I recall back in the early 70s that there was absolutely no resources, or at least I wasn't aware of, to learn from. You either had to listen to the record and put the needle and you know, all that jive about, you know, putting needle on the record, and that's a true thing. But and I remember I was trying to learn what some of my favorite music. You know, I remember I had bought, I don't know, you guys must be aware of this, some of yous, but back in the days, I bought my first guitar book, what I thought was a guitar book, and it had a nice cover. It was a cover of the Van Halen 1 and 2. And you know what it was? It was freaking Van Halen for piano, man. You know, and it had the chords, but other than that, it was useless. Who the hell's gonna play fucking Van Halen on a piano, man? You know? Makes me upset even to think about it. Threw that away, well, you know, but and I was, you know, kept searching for books, some ample resources, but there was none. You know, it wasn't until the late, I figured probably like the late 80s, where I started to see a lot of tab books, and like, it's like, where were they all my life, you know? But it's a good thing in a way, because you learn by ear, and by ear you learn to have a perfect pitch for things and stuff and all that jive. But, and I think after that I bought an Iron Maiden anthology book, and that was a lot of help in a certain way. I mean, learning the solos of Adrian Smith and Dave Murray was pretty influential and instructional. But found out that all the songs on the Iron Maiden book were composed to same chords. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's that. So now I want to talk to you about string bending. Articulate bends. I don't know what that means, but string bending is very important because gives you another vehicle to express your soul, man. You know. You hear this? Express your soul with the bends even more. And you know, a lot of people, what I see out there in the YouTube land is, and everywhere else actually, you know, it's just a lot of focus on scalar playing and speed and all that, and that's good. You know, you gotta have that, but you also gotta have some bending technique, man. And you know, I think it's a little forgotten, one of the forgotten techniques in guitar. You know, and I think we should revisit that and incorporate more bending into our guitar playing, man, because it's where it's at. You know, bringing all these things into your own thing, and no, bending is not just for blues players, man. Bending is for everybody. You look at Van Halen, man. He's got speed, he's got bends, he's got improvisational things in there, you know. And I think it's a great thing to incorporate everything. You know, you have a vocabulary of knowledge in you. You know. All right, so let's not get confused here. But one thing about the bends is very important, because you know, on a piano you can't bend. What are you gonna do for a bend on a piano? Get in the freaking cabinet there and bend the fucking? You can't bend the piano, man. There's strings, but you know, you can't bend the strings on it. So your violin, Violin, you can't bend strings on violin. You could trill, slide, slur, pizzicato, whatever, but you can't bend the string on the violin. What are you gonna do? You know? So, see how special the guitar is? Very special, the guitar, man, because you got go bend, man. Okay, what else can I tell you? What I got here is a personal thing in my head. It's like I got this, what I call a springboard effect. A springboard effect for me would be when you take a note, as you can see in many songs, and you just spring right off of that, you springboard off a bent note into a fast lick. I'm always using that. You see? So you bend and bend and bend, and then you hold it and then you spring it off of that into the fast lick. With attitude and conviction. You know, you gotta put it all into a note, man. You know, that's where it's at. You know. Okay. Again, you gotta excuse me, I'm not used to this dialogue jive. But I want to say a few things, man, because this what I'm about to play for you is very important, you know. And let's not make it too long, but it's very important because this, you're gonna see when I play this song, it's all these things make sense. All these things about string bending make sense. So yeah, springboard effect. I'm always doing that. You know what? All right. So let's take an example. You got here a blues track. Sky is crying, baby. Come on. You know, the springboard thing I'm telling you about. All right. That's good. So you bend, and you're holding it, and you are just holding it and throwing that soul out, and then you spring right off of it into a fast lick. You know, once you get your phrasing and timing down. You know. Middle note, right between those two, check it out. So I'll have steps between, right here, this lick right here, it's a little box you all know. But this middle note here in the middle, it's like a mediator between the forward note and the back note. So you go back one, or you go on the front note. So that's that example. Let's move on. I gotta put this up so because I don't waste my time here playing all this crap and you can't hear it. What's next? Check this out. You know this one. This is another example of a very influential song for me and for everybody. Double bend. Springboard. Sun don't shine, the moon don't move, the tides to watch me clean. Sun don't shine on, the moon don't move, the tides to watch me clean. Why so unforgiving? It was so cold. Been a long time crossing bridge of silence. So that's that. That's bridge of size. Little off time there, but another one that uses that springboard effect. Oh, you got that later. All right, so the next example here. Got these things offline, man. I don't know, but check this out. That one? Go where I'm standing. Come on, little child, baby. Come on, little child. Well, you could go on forever with that. I mean, right there is an example of a springboard thing for me. You know, you got standing up to a mountain, chop it down with the edge of my hand. Fastly come to that. You know? So anyway, we're incorporating bends to hold and release, which is probably what I'm saying, you know. A springboard dive, you know, you're on a board and you're like doing this, you know, and you're pulling, or maybe like it's like a slinky, you know, you're pulling the freaking slinky out there, and and then all of a sudden you fucking pull that thing and that's a lick right there, you know. So you're pulling around with the bend. the slinky is releasing. See? Very important for me, you know, it's always doing that. So bend, release into a fast lick. Okay, so you got the point with that. What else can I tell you about? That's pretty much it, man. Let me see if I could do this song for you here. This is, you recognize this. This is our feature presentation of the evening. I hope I haven't gone out of tune by bending all the shit out of the guitar, but I don't think so. This is guitar. This guitar is very, very tuned, stable when it comes to the tuning. Okay, let's see if we could do this here.
Remember when you were young? You shone like the sun. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Now there's a look in your eye, like black holes in the sky. For the secret too soon. You cried for the moon. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Threading back shadows at night and exposed to the light.
Cool. So, in closing, thank you very much for coming by. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting up with my not so eloquent form of speaking. But this is not a guitar lesson. You don't need a guitar lesson from me, man. What you need is the drive, the passion to look around and reach into those ample resources, man. You got ample resources that I didn't have, And don't be spoiled with them though, right? Don't just rely on anything. Use your ears, you know, use your feelings of how things should go, observe yourself, self-observation, you know. Sometimes I play the same songs all over again. We all do that. But I'm always got a radar on my own songs. I got a radar on the old songs to see if I could pick up anything new, any new little thing that I could come up that I could keep in my vocabulary of guitar signature wizardry. How's that? Okay? So, again, I hope this is not so long, because I'll let you to come back. And thank you for your time. Have a good week.